good morning. How you doing? How was your night? Are you bubbling already this morning? Tell me someone is already in the office or in school or still at home, getting ready for today. Well, whichever one it is, it's a good thing that you had to make out time to actually listen to me right about now, because it is time for positive energy. It is time for positive vibes. It is time to wash away all the negativity that came from yesterday, and it's time to launch into this new day with positive vibes and positive energy. Alright, all of me remains Vicky Lonia, the queen of the MSC, your one and only radio host. Yes, and this is yours truly, solely for your listening pleasure, Vicky Lonia Radio. And you are welcome to the program Rooster Call. Yes, when you hear Rooster Call, you hear positive vibes, you hear positive energy, and you hear the depletion of negative vibes, the depletion of negative energy, and then you hear the complete death of negative vibes and the complete death of negative energy. Yeah, because we don't need such energy and vibes in our lives right now. No, we need to have a more better, open perspectives towards life. Okay, and we need to see life from all the colors of life. It's not just black and white. It's not just gray. There are so many different shades of colors to life. Okay, and the earlier you understand that, the better for you. Alright, so what exactly do I have for you today on Rooster Call? I have this really, really interesting concept that we are all going to be looking at together. Yeah, but before then, there is this song playing at the background. Now, this song is actually it's actually a compilation of epic music. Okay, epic music and various artists. Okay, just by various artists. It's more of instrumentals. This yoga kind of songs that take you to the seventh heaven. How about we have like 1 or 2 minutes of this song, and then we come back, we launch straight in to Rooster Call. Don't stay tuned and don't touch that dial. Hello, welcome back. I do hope that you are back from the seventh room. Take a deep breath and take it out. Welcome back from the seventh heaven. I do hope that that song took you just right there. And I'm so sorry that I had to bring you back because, there is never enough time to do all the good things that we really, really love to do. And so for that, I'm bringing you back to planet Earth, where it is Vicky Lonia Radio, where it's time to carry out the program Rooster Call, okay? Alright, so going straight to the program proper. What exactly are we talking about today on Rooster Call? So today on Rooster Call, we are going to be looking at the concept of common sense. Yes, common sense is never common. It's not as common as the word says. Common sense, common sense, common sense. Now, what do famous quoters have to say about common sense? Is there a compilation of quotes about common sense? Yes, there is. As a matter of fact, our experienced quoters who have gone through the heavens and hells of life have come up with this compilation of quotes for us so that it will help further buttress the point of common sense. But what is common sense? Common sense is actually having sound judgment, okay? Or some would say having practical life experiences, having practical life thoughts, having practical life actions, okay? It's just a sound judgment. It's a sound way of thinking, a sound way of acting, a sound way of doing things, a sound way of behaving, okay? A sound way of talking, a sound way of just doing things, a sound way of living life, okay? Now you don't need anyone to tell you that if you put your finger in the fire, you're gonna get burnt. No. Do you need anyone to tell you that now? No, that is common sense, okay? You don't need anyone to tell you that when you are crossing the road, you have to look sideways, okay? Do you need anyone to tell you that? No. If you're waiting for someone to tell you that, I'm sorry, you're just going to die very soon. Because if you do not look sideways, trust me, you could just get hit by a car and that will be story for the gods, okay? Alright, so common sense is just the general and sound way of thinking, behaving, and acting, okay? Alright, so we are going to be looking at some set of quotes about common sense, okay? Because sometimes this common sense is not really common. I mean, a lot of people you think you actually expect to behave in some certain way, they just end up misbehaving, and you're just gonna wonder, do you even have common sense at all? No, they don't have it. Truth be told, they don't. Alright, for those of you who want to kill me right now, hold your horses. Just hold it down a little bit and just listen to what I've got to say. Alright, it's time to take away the mediocrity. It's time for positive vibes. So let us hear what our quoters have to say. Now, the first quoter here is Catherine Percival, as always. She's my favorite, and I want to make sure she's yours. She said, when unsure how to solve a problem, use your common sense. When unsure how to solve a problem, use your common sense. Full stop. Self-explanatory. Alright, the next one here is by Robert Fulgham, and he said, it is true, no matter how old you are, when you go into the world, it is best to hold hands and stick together. Let me tell you something. When you're going into a new place, when you're about to go out, when you're about to start a new dream, when you're about to start a new ambition, when you're about to start something that you have not done before, when you're about to go into the world, when you're about to start up something you've not done before, it is advisable that you hold hands, okay? It's advisable that you make connections, okay? Meet people who are already in the field, familiarize with the environment, okay? Familiarize with the environment, get to know how things are done, how things are not done. That is common sense. You cannot just do it all alone. You cannot just know everything all at once. You need good and matured, responsible people to put you through. So, make connections. That is common sense. Alright, don't just go into it all alone and feel, oh my god, I'm so alone, no one is supporting my dreams. It's common sense to make connections. Hold hands together and stick together. Alright, next one here is by Catherine Pulsifer again, and she said, I am not saying that being educated is of no value. What I'm saying is that many times experience brings common sense, which is something that reading a book or studying does not give you. Yes, merely going to school, listening to your lecturer, listening to your teacher, your coach talk, doesn't really help, okay? Common sense is something that experience brings. It's something that experience brings, okay? Now, the more experiences you have, the more greater and higher level of common sense you are going to gain. And trust me, going to school and sitting your butt out there in class is really not going to do the trick. Alright, next one here is actually from the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 3, and he says, a house is built by wisdom and becomes strong through common sense. It's one thing to build a house, it's one thing to keep the house, okay? Building the house, yes, you've built the house on quite a good foundation, yes, but what makes it strong? What makes it firm? What makes you keep that house is through experience, through common sense. Exactamente. All right, this next one here is by Helen Hayes, and she said, I have doubted, I have wandered off the path. I have been lost, but I have always returned. It is beyond the logic I seek. It is intuitive, an intrinsic built-in sense of direction. I seem to find my way home. My faith has wavered, but my common sense has failed me. So whenever you go a long way, come back, just know that somehow your common sense always gets to do the trick for you. All right, still on the show. It is still Risticle right here on Vicky Lonia Radio, and we are talking common sense. Yes, we are talking common sense. All right, so what else are we going to be looking at? I've got me a few quotes left, okay, that will still buttress the point. All right, now this one here says, common sense is perhaps the most equally divided, but surely the most underemployed talent in the world. This is by Kristen Collange. And again, I repeat, common sense is perhaps the most equally divided, but surely the most underemployed talent in the world. When I told you that common sense is something that each and every one of us was born with, I wasn't lying, okay? It is something that God has given to each and every one of us. But trust me, it is still something that most of us tend to forget that we have. We forget to use it. It is one of the most underemployed talents in the world. Common sense is a talent, actually. All right, this next one here is by Somerset Maugham, and she said, common sense and nature will do a lot to make the pilgrimage of life not too difficult. When you apply common sense to our natural living, it will just make life all the more easier for you to live. All right, next one here is by Ashanti, okay, and she said, no one tests the depth of a river with both feet. Yes, common sense. Would you plunge into the river with both feet? No, what if you drown? How are you going to save yourself? First of all, you test it by putting one foot in, okay, right? You put one foot in to know the depth, to know how deep it is. If it is so deep, you quickly go out. But if it's not that deep, then you can now put in the second foot and swim away, right? That's how it's done. Okay, so common sense, do not put your entire eggs in one basket. Just put a little, test the ground, and then if you see that it's working quite well, then you can now pour in all the eggs all at once. All right, so who is feeling the common sense right about this moment? I feel it coming in. Receive it. Common sense fall on you right now. Receive it. All right, anyway, I'm so super energized and super excited this morning because it's so great anytime I am passing out these positive vibes and positive energy messages. It's really great for me, and I do hope that you are learning from it. All right, so I'm gonna give us the last quote here. Okay, it's actually I saved the best for the last. All right, now this one is by Henry Atkins, and he said, a common sense guide is important and necessary for a fulfilling life. That guide is within us, and we can tap into it and use it to the fullest. What we need has been with each of us for a long time. That common sense guide is the Bible. Yes, the Bible is the ultimate common sense guide. Okay, it has been there right from time, and it will always be there. It is always there for eternity. Okay, now the perfect and ultimate common sense guide is the Bible, because God teaches you common sense. Exactamente. Okay. So that's all I've got for you today on Bristol Call, and I do hope that you have learned a lot from this compilation of quotes from this famous quotes. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. All you need to do is just hit the share button there and share it to your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, email it to others so that someone can get some positive vibes this morning. And also, you can hit the favorite button right there. And you can also log in with your Facebook account. If you have the Spreaker app, log in with your Facebook account so that you can be able to comment and like my shows. Thank you so much. Watch out for the next programs coming up right here on Vicky Lonia Radio. Till then, all of me remains Vicky Lonia, and this is Vicky Lonia Radio. Stay tuned and don't touch that dial.